Hello wonderful people of YouTube, I'm Invisible Gecko, and in this episode of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, we're going to be heading up to, what's the name? Ploymus Mountain to take on a Lionel, and then we will be boarding Divine Beast Varuta. So, what we need to do is head over this way. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter too much which way you take, but I'm going to be going this route. And the nice thing about going off to this side on the west here, or well, actually I guess that would be northwest. Okay, so this side on the northwest here, we can go ahead and get up way easier than if we were to just go down into the water below. And that is because we can just climb up like this. You still need to be kind of, you know, looking out for the rain, but it should be easy enough to just climb up. And then that puts us right here at this giant waterfall. Alright, taking a few more big steps here before we are at our destination. And the nice thing here with the Zora armor that we acquired in the last episode is that you can now swim right up the waterfall. We are just going. Almost there. Just about. I don't know how Link is completely just dead after doing all that. I mean, there's no way. But, let's see. If we look at our mini-map, we do have some ruins around here. I'm going to take a quick look at these, actually. And I think maybe using magnesis would be a good idea. Might be able to find some chests hidden in the water. Got plenty of fish around here, so if you're looking for some food, then perfect opportunity. Alright, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, there we go. That is the chest that we were looking for, so let me get up here. Alright, let's grab that real quick. I think I'm just gonna set it down here. Hopefully it doesn't tilt off and fall over. Okay, what do we have? Alright, we have gotten the next piece of the Zora armor, the Zora helm. It's made from dragon scales, increases swimming speed, and allows you to spin to attack underwater. Alright, well, let's take a look at it real quick. Okay, so it seems to fit the Zora armor much better, but, you know, doesn't do a whole lot of good when we're not in the water. So until we can get that upgraded, I'm only going to use it when we're actually inside of the water. When we're actually in water. So make sure that you come over here and collect that armor piece, especially if you're going for the full set. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, we can kind of see more of a clearing up ahead. A very tall point in the mountain, actually. And alright, so that's that giant, that's where that is. I am at a loss for words right now. So what we can do here is just keep running along this path, but it looks like we're gonna have some Lizalfos to worry about. Fortunately, they're not, fortunately, they're not too difficult by now. Just make sure you don't, you know, stab yourself on those little barricades there. Ooh, really good opportunity to go ahead and get a better weapon. Let's just grab that. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. You know what? I'll take that shield, though. I mean, sword. Okay. And like I was saying in the previous episode, something that we need to watch out for is when we're trying to go up these mountains like this with the, you know, with the weather being what it is. So it's really beneficial for you to just kind of like run up, get to high ground, and glide. Now, if we remember back to what they were telling us in the Zora domain, we're gonna have to be looking out for this Lionel having a bunch of shock arrows. And I just think back to the other Lionels that we've faced, and that those are by far the biggest pain when you're dealing with them, in my opinion at least. Once you can get the dodging right, then it's pretty easy with that. But I always have trouble dealing with them when they're shooting the arrows like that, because it's really hard to dodge at times. Alright, Shatterback point this way. Alright, we're gonna be breaking some backs up here. Lionel back, that is. Where are you? Should be anywhere near here. Oh. Look at him walking around thinking he owns the place. So, usually this is most people's first interaction with a Lionel, but we are very, very experienced by now. Yep, no problem at all with these dodges. Wow, you know, not to toot my own horn or anything, but man. Okay, yeah, this is just light work at this point. Let's swap to... Actually, I wonder if we can just go ahead and use this Frost Blade and then get him frozen to get some nice hits off. Okay, no, that doesn't do anything to freeze him entirely. Actually, oh wow. Looks like I just have a bunch of two-handed weapons. I did not mean to swing like that. Ow. Okay, we were on a pretty good streak there. Alright, we just gotta focus up. Let's just get some of these roasted bats out of the inventory. Excuse me, could you come back here and swing at me? Okay, come on, that's gotta do something. There we go. My only concern right now is that out of nowhere lightning would strike, but it looks like it's just going to be raining based off of the weather. Just getting those PTSD flashbacks to the Coliseum. Excuse me? Come on. Nice. Alright, music sounds like it's really kicking in right now. Yep. It's just too easy to predict at this point. Come on. Wait, what am I doing? There we go. Alright. Follow that method of just getting a couple shots in. There we go. If only they knew down there how easy it would be for us to get all these shock arrows. Talking about it like it's some challenge. Come on. Alright, go ahead. Keep swinging. This should be about the last one, I think. Okay. Come on, let this be it. There we go. Alright, the Ploymus Lionel is down. Never even stood a chance. There we go, let's grab all of that. And actually, let's... Wait, I don't think I can... Yeah, let's just go into the inventory and drop that then. Okay. Alright, grab whatever you need and... Alright. Alright. I grabbed about everything I could. Looks like there might be a few shock arrows that we can find just lying around. And I kind of wonder how many we have. 22? Okay. So we are well... we have more than enough to go and take on the Divine Beast Varuta. But no need to rush right now. We have plenty of time. Let's just take a little bit of a, you know, take a breather real quick. Actually, oh wow. Got quite a few shock arrows. There we go. And yeah, for people that, you know, this is your first place that you go to, man, it's an interesting challenge going from the Zora domain and then doing all of this. We have a path here leading us right up to this final tree. And this one has quite a few arrows. Oh, we have a sign. Jump at your own risk! Oh. You know what? Let's be risky. The East Reservoir Lake. Alright. Thankfully we have... Thankfully we have a spot we can just turn around and swim to so we don't just drown out here. But this is our first look at Varuta up close. It's such a sick design, I love it. Mechanical elephant goes hard. So, our next part of the objective is actually just right over here. So Sidon should just be... There he is. Just waiting patiently. Look at him. Just studying the water. Alright. First, we do have a bed over here. So let's go ahead and get a really, you know, just a good night's rest before we take on this impressive enemy. Alright, here we are. The early hour of 5 in the morning, the perfect time to climb into an elephant. What say you, Sidon? Glad to see you're ready to go, Link. Are you ready for this? Do you have your Zora armor and enough shock arrows? I'm ready. Wonderful. You never cease to amaze me, Link. Now then, let us go and appease that divine beast as one. Here we go. Gotta give him points for the style, though. Gaze now upon the divine beast's back. Do you see those glowing pink orbs? You will need to shoot each of them with a shock arrow. With your Zora armor, you now have the ability to ascend waterfalls. So I shall take you right up to the side of the divine beast, and from there, you can swim up and take aim. I know you can do it. I believe in you. Now hurry up and get on my back. Are you sure? What are you talking about? We can do this. Let's get going. Alright, we're climbing aboard Sidon. Let's do this. Ha! I am unstoppable in the water. Ruta's responding to our presence. I'll move away and wait for an opening before we approach. I'll keep going at full speed. It's up to you to ward off Ruta's attacks. Are you ready? Divine Beast Varuta will undoubtedly use its ancient and mysterious powers against us. That includes hurling giant ice blocks that we will need to watch out for. I shall leave those to you. Alright, here we go. We're going fast. Oh. You know, the advice of watching out for the ice was completely lost on us. Yes, alright, let's shoot this out. That was way too close for comfort.
Get those shockers.
Alright, yep, let's get that. And this is a perfectly good example of a great time to use the Lionel bow. Alright, here we go, let's get that thing shot down. And we should be able to... Ah, nope. Almost. Alright, Sidon, I need you.
I'll I'll save you.
Okay, that was easily the most anticlimactic.
You must break that.
Oh, wow. Alright, so we are going right into having not just 3, but a whole bunch of these ice cubes being flung at us. Alright, come on. Bring it. I ain't afraid of a little cold water. Ow. Yeah, so definitely try not to get hit. Okay, what is going on? Why do I keep getting hit after shooting these things? There.
We're getting close.
My God. Okay, this time will be the time for sure. Let's do this.
Now go.
Alright. Let's do this. Oh. Okay, that's why. There we go.
Lava.
Okay, Sidon, where are you? Oh, there you are. You couldn't have just turned around? Okay, there we go. What the hell? Okay. There. I don't know why it was being such a pain to aim. There we go. Alright, looks like maybe one more?
Any shot?
Okay, before we get up there, let's go ahead and swap over. Maybe we can get a 2-for-1.
Let's go.
Moment of truth, let's do this. Alright, easy there. Come on. That's it. Wow, that was astounding. Looks like we can kick off the rain boots now. Link, look! The water spouting from Ruta has already slowed down. Ruta's floating higher now. You wanted to venture inside it, right? Yes, we do. I'll bring you closer. We're counting on you, hero. Do good work in there. There we are.
Well, Link, here we are. Looks like this is where the real work starts. Best of luck. Nice job cutting off the water flow from this divine beast. Show the enemy no fear. I'll see you back at Zora's domain. Farewell.
Yeah. We ascend!
Finish the job.
Alright, let's plug in our tablet. Excellent.
You're here. I must say that I am so happy to see that this day has finally arrived. Now, Ruta can be freed of Ganon's control. You'll need a map to prevent you from getting lost. The guidance stone there contains the information that you will need.
Okay, so just like the last divine beast, you can see that they all sort of follow a pattern here. Alright, just shoot that eyeball there. Okay, looks like we have a tiny little guardian, just a baby. Alright, grab that stuff from them. Okay. There's that gate. Alright, there's the eye. Man, it didn't take long at all for that Lionel bow to break. Okay. Let's get Cryonis out. There we go. Okay, let's get that map of the area, and then we will be on our way to completing this elephant. Here we are. Alright, we got a 3D print of an elephant. And we also got controls. So yes, instead
Good.
of... Oh,
You've obtained the map of the divine beast.
Excuse
You will see
me?
several glowing points on your map which represent the terminals that control Ruta. Take Ruta back by activating all of the terminals. Be careful.
so yes, before we were interrupted by Mipha. Yes, so we also get control of the trunk. So that's kind of neat. Don't really need to do anything with that right now, I don't think. But, alright, looks like there is the central hub, let's say. Alright, we have a terminal right here. Oh, yeah, right here. That is for sure metal. Alright, do we need to go? Alright, just clockwise. Here we go, come on. Turn, baby, turn. Alright, will that stay? It looks like it will. Alright, easy peasy. First terminal down.
There are 4 terminals remaining. Don't give up.
There we go. Let me take a quick look. What is off over here? Alright, looks like we have a ramp. And... oh. Got some more of that yucky stuff. And... oh, looks like some more water wheels. So... let's take a look here. Alright, climb up, please. Alright, if we hop on... What do we do? Oh, we got a chest right over there. Can I use Cryonis for this, or... there's no way that you can just completely bypass all that, right? Okay, so obviously it wasn't meant to be some big challenge to get up there. Let me look. But it looks like we will need to... kind of turn around then? And climb up there somehow. You know, now that I think about it, I actually do have my Rivali scale that I could use. But I'm gonna maybe save that if I really have a hard time figuring out one of the things for this. I don't know, it's just weird. I can't really tell. Maybe we need to... oh, does that... that did it? Okay, there we go. So, now that that's stopped... I wonder... oh! Another ramp up, it looks like? Yes, okay. Let's do that real quick. Excuse me. Okay, let's get to that other wheel. Okay. So, I wonder if we try tilting this up more? If that will be what turns this. Because from what it looks like, we need to get that ball down there to probably go in to that spot above it. Let's see. Okay, I really don't know how I would go about getting that chest. Alright, let me see if I can actually do stasis on here. There we go. Alright, can we make it in there? There we go.
There are 3 terminals remaining. You can do it.
Okay, only 3, that's not too bad. Huh? Alright, let me look. Yeah, I bet we can just go down here and take this as kind of like an elevator, like we did the last one. Just stay up there, come on. Okay. Oh, I just looked, I need to heal. Now that we have that done. Looks like we have a giant button. Alright, get out of the way. We got stuff to do. We have important business with this elephant to attend to. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like that'll be a way that we can go ahead and use our armor to kind of like just shoot all the way back up. So definitely keep that in mind. I noticed one of those eyeballs. I don't know how that's going to be really important at the moment. Or is there another terminal that we need to do? Looks like there's one on that smaller wheel, but I could have sworn that we did that already. Let me just go ahead and glide back down and check that out real fast. Oh no, I didn't get this one. Okay. Wow, I just completely spaced that. Will that do it? Alright.
There are 2 terminals remaining. You're nearly there.
Alright, not too bad. And I think that waterfall that we created, we can just go... Okay. Alright, yep, let's just do that. And I actually see another chest down there. So let's grab that real fast. Alright, an ancient spring, not too bad. Alright. Let's get right back up there where we were just at. And that actually worked out really well. We got another chest here. Well, unfortunately, it's not really anything, you know, useful. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. Can I, like, bypass? Oh, wow. Okay, so there's a neat trick that you can do if you want to just bypass a lot of the annoying stuff you'd have to deal with. Alright, looks like that next one is right up on the top of the trunk, so let's go ahead and make that go all the way down. It's really cool getting to see this area from this high up, actually. Oh, wow. Got a nice look at that mountain over there. Might actually be something cool to check out after we are done here. Okay. Now that the trunk is lowered, I see we have a chest there. That's nice. I'll take out that eye real fast. Don't want that thing to shoot. Are you kidding me? Really? Could you just... Could you please just go away? Alright, there. What do we have? An ancient shaft. Excellent. I don't think we're gonna be able to climb this. Interesting. I think I might have messed up a little bit by going for the chest. Alright, let's go ahead and raise that back up. And I think we should be able to just... Oh, there we go. Nice, we at least got some height with that. I was kind of worried we were going to end up starting all the way at the bottom again, but it looks like that will not be the case. Alright, let's get that back down. Might need to actually raise it a little bit, that way it's not, you know, tilted down. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do that, so let's raise it just a little bit. There we are. Okay. Let's get up here, just don't fall off. Oh, yikes. Alright, not quite. Looks like we might actually have to go all the way up to the top to do this. Well, I guess not. At least most of the way.
Just one terminal remaining. I have faith in you.
Alright, not bad. Hasn't been too big of a challenge so far, at least in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I would say it's easier than the Rito Village Divine Beasts? I can't even remember the name right now, off the top of my head. Let's shoot that. Oh, I was kind of surprised I actually hit that. There we go. Probably one of the last chests. What do we get? Okay, 10 ice arrows. Not bad by any means. Alright. So we had that little hole in Ruda's head. So let's drop down there. And what is in here? An eye and a floating skull. Pretty standard Divine Beast stuff. And it looks like another one of those little dials. We'll turn that clockwise again. Alright, that's opening up the ceiling. Okay, can't go any further than that, it looks like. Okay. So it looks like we need to bring the trunk just a little bit back. Nothing, wow. Oh. Oh, come on, get up. There we go. I was just a little bit too eager on the jump down. But there we go, we have the last terminal down.
You activated all the terminals. Now
Yeah, we
you can start
did.
the main control unit. There should be a new glowing mark on your map. Head there. Be careful not to let your guard down.
Okay. Nothing left but to go and take on whatever enemy lies for us down below in the depths of the elephants. Okay. I don't really think there's going to be anything else that we need to look for. I think we pretty much found every chest. So, let's do this. Water Blight Ganon!
Please take care. That thing is one of Ganon's creations. I put up as much of a fight as I could, but it proved to be my demise 100 years ago. Regardless, I believe that you are well prepared for this moment. I have faith in you.
Rush him! No, what we need to do is just, get some Cryonos going. And I'm gonna take this opportunity to just get him right in the weak spot real quick. Alright, let's just start swinging wild. Okay, the wild swinging didn't really carry us too far, but alas. Alright, let's keep an eye out on wherever he goes. I wonder if we can actually just go ahead and use those shock arrows and if that'll do more damage. There we go. Nice. Alright, already about halfway. There we go. Nothing. Unfortunately, we didn't account for his ability to raise water like that.
Careful. Not much room to operate.
No, not really. But that's alright. Unless we can't climb up the ice. Then there might be... Oh! Then there might be a little bit of a problem. I don't know why I jumped off like that. Okay. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Link, can you please just climb the ice? Climb the ice, not get hit by it. There we go. Alright. Really do not want to get hit by whatever that...
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
Oh, Rivali's Gale is ready. Here, let's do this. Uh-oh. Okay, we can get a couple shots off at least. Alright, bam, 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 let's do this, come on! Just keep smacking him right in the back of the head. Told you guys we were breaking backs this episode. There we go, come on. Alright, just keep an eye... There we go. Let's try and keep an eye on that spear, it can get... Dude, climb. You know what? Yo! Alright, we gotta have something after this. Come on! My eyes! That red Gatorade's gonna hit so hard after that battle. Excellent! Another heart container to add to our long list of hearts that we have already. Alright. Time to just examine the main hub. And we will get yet another memory. This time... of Mipha. Okay, let's just do this. Yes.
Hello, Link. Because of your courage, my spirit is now free. And Ruta as well. Thank you. For I am now allowed by this freedom to be with you once again. Since I am now a spirit, my healing power would be wasted on me. I have no need of it. So therefore, I would like you to have it. Please accept Mipha's grace. Yesterday, I was awash in a pool of tears. I had nearly given up hope and resigned myself to being trapped here as a spirit for the rest of eternity. But now you're here. All this time, my hope was to see you once more. Promise me that you will not hesitate to call upon my power if you ever find yourself in need. Knowing that will let my spirit rest in peace. I must go. Ruta and I have our roles to fulfill. We are both honored to be able to play the role of support. We'll annihilate Ganon together. Farewell. Save her, Link. Save the princess. Save Princess Zelda. A way to be useful to Link, and the other champions, of course. Our job will be to help Link as he fights Ganon inside the castle, however we can. Using your ability to drain Ganon of his power is key to our success. This is it. This will be our last chance, and everyone's last hope. If we seal him away, then we can restore peace to Hyrule. And both your duty and mine will be fulfilled. Father, are you well, I wonder? I want you to know I have always followed my heart. I'm sorry I made you worry. I wish I could see you again. Even just once more.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm crying, bro. Mipha's Grace, a restorative power born from the spirit of the champion Mipha. When your hearts run out, you'll automatically be resurrected with full health plus temporary bonus hearts. An amazing ability to have. Okay, I wanted to take a quick minute to go ahead and look through my inventory, but now that we have defeated Vah Ruta and restored balance, let's go back to King Dorephan and go tell them the news.
Link, you did well to survive your trial. I have been awaiting your return. The violent downpour has disappeared, as has the threat to Zora's domain. It is all little more than a bad dream now. Thanks to your efforts, there is no longer any danger of a great flood laying waste to Hyrule. You appeased the divine beast Vah Ruta, and thusly saved Zora's domain. We are all truly grateful. What you did for us is more than we could have ever expected of you. Link, I must sincerely apologize for my harsh treatment of you. That whole time you were thinking of Hyrule's and Lady Mipha's well-being, just like the rest of us. All of the members of our council humbly fold our fins back in gratitude. Along with the rest of our people. I'm sorry, that's just really funny. Perhaps the older generation of Zora, myself included, misunderstood Hylians after all. It would seem so. That said, I would be overjoyed if you could find it in your heart to forgive me. If not now, then perhaps one day. Link, I must reward your efforts. Now then, I implore you to collect the treasure inside that chest over there. It was cherished by Mipha, a memento of sorts. I would like you to have it as a token of our friendship. Please take good care of it. By the way, Link, I see you are without your trusty blade, the sword that seals the darkness. Did you perhaps lose it when you lost your memory? Perhaps? What? Is it truly lost? That is a legendary blade that only you, the Hylian champion, can wield. It undoubtedly found a safe place to wait for you, sleeping soundly, just like its master. Link, all of the Zora thank you from the depths of our hearts for your heroic and selfless work. And you too, Sidon. As your father, I am proud of you for fighting the divine beast alongside Link. You have grown much recently. I know you will be a worthy heir when your time comes.
Father, I thank you.
The heavy rains have stopped, and the divine beast is our ally once again. How glorious, truly splendid.
Link, this is wonderful. Link, thank you so much. Truly, I could never thank you enough. You helped save our home from vanishing away. This calls for a top-tier expression of gratitude. Zo, rah, rah, rah. With all my heart, thank you. Alright. Divine Beast Vah Ruta is complete. Let's collect our reward. A light scale trident. A spear of peerless grace cherished by the Zora champion Mipha. Although Mipha specialized in healing abilities, her spearmanship was in a class all its own. Alright, so we got a really cool weapon there. Awesome. So now that we've completed all of that, I'm going to call it here. But in the next episode, we're going to explore around Zora's domain a little bit more. Maybe find some shrines, do a little bit more. And then I kind of want to go around Mount Lanayru. I think it's time. So, see you all then.